Okay, I'd like to open the meeting. We'll just like to welcome all the members that have made the trip here tonight. It's great numbers again. I'll get just a notice out of the way before we start. And it's the club requires everyone who attends the property for one day or a weekend to book in via the club's website. And for an example, today we had notification of a possible COVID exposure at dark, and we were able to immediately notify everyone who stayed at dark over the last weekend. So it's sort of fairly important that you book in. And we've got any visitors here tonight. Okay, so would you like to stand up and introduce yourself, if you could?
Hi, I'm Lockie. Yeah, I'm doing Up and 80 series. I've almost finished it. And yeah, I was looking to get Club Rego and join the club.
My name's Brian. Yeah, I'm here to introduce the guest speaker. Last year, Rita and I, we bought our 300 and we're looking for someone that was really competent to do all our electrical work because we were concerned, fiddling around with a new car like that, they might wreck it or something like that. So, but we're at the 4x4 show with the club and we stumbled upon audio visual security. And I'd like to introduce Tony and Rose. It's a family-owned business. They did all the electrical work on our car, from the lights to the battery, the inverter, mirrors, all that sort of stuff. They did a fantastic job. They run a great little business. They're loved by their staff, and they love their staff. They've got a really clean setup, and they're set up in Brunswick. So, yeah, I thought it'd be good for them to come and share about their business, so you guys can learn about it as well. You might, use it for something. So Tony and Rose, and my other motive for bringing them along is to try and get them to join the club. So encourage them, please.
Good evening all. My name's Tony, that's my wife Rose, and we've got our own family business in Brunswick. I've been in this trade for over 30 years, specialising in the automotive, electrical, electronics. So a lot of our work is new car dealership work as well, which we fit out from scratch, whether it be infrastructure vehicles, four-wheel drive fit outs, anything from digital batteries. As Brian said, we fitted out his vehicle with a full setup of lithium batteries, inverters, dash cams, car stereos. So as my wife said, I've got my 79 Civic, which we've got a lot of work on. As you guys know, 79 has nothing in it. So we strip those to bare metal, sound deadened floors, ceiling, walls, speaker pods, upgrade stereo. As I said, adding reverse cameras, reversing sensors. We even do roof racks. So we've got accounts with Rhino. Traders roof racks, wedge tail roof racks. So pretty much anything you need to get yourself on the road. And with GME dealers, Uniden dealers, Alpine car stereos. There's not much that we can't do to your vehicle from scratch. We have brought some DL brochures here, which my wife will hand out to everybody, just outlining everything we do. Electric brake controllers. If you've got a caravan that's already existing and might need some additional wiring or something rewired. I guess if it's an older one that might need to be rewired to suit newer vehicles, or if you just bought a brand new caravan and you need your vehicle to be wired to suit the caravan, obviously if you 12-pin plug, additional auxiliary wires, electric brake controllers, all that sort of gear. So as I said, we're a family business, we're located in Brunswick, we're just here to promote ourselves, let you know that we're around, we exist, and would really appreciate, supporting a small family business. As I said, my wife is out there handing out the brochures, and if there's anything you guys need directly, please contact us directly. Make sure you're from the Land Cruiser Club, and we'll definitely look after you guys the best we can. Thanks for your time tonight.
We'll move on to the President's report. We've had a very busy month, actually, the last month. We've got the rule changes have taken through, and that was very high percentage of votes in favour of them. So I'd like to thank all of the subcommittee members on that for all the work they put in. We had up at the working weekend last night, we had a mustering night put on by Grace Zan and ably assisted by John and Liz Mills. And it was a very good night, great night. Had a few trips through the week, and then we also had Toyota Motor Corporation up there about a week or so ago, and we'll have more from that. Lily will be talking on that a bit later on. We've got some awards, which the people aren't here, but I'll read who's their length of membership. We've got John Polwick and Julie Ross, got their 20 years badge. John and Joy Finnis got 10-year badge, and Patrick and Therese Flavich by 10 years.
Geelong, we had a great night at the Valley Inn with a meal and then an evening at Petters. So they were really good. Popped some vehicles up on to their hoist and had a look underneath. And they also showed us their weighing system. Now, I know we had Weigh Station come to the Mulgrave Club and they were 330, I think. And for $75, the deal at Petters seemed to be really good. They have a look at your brakes and have a really good look over your vehicle, and they weigh the vehicle for you. So if you are wondering about the weight of your vehicle, $75 is very affordable. $300, you might be thinking about it. And the report that Petters give you, you can have a look on their website. It's quite substantial. So it's really worth going along and having a chat to them.
We move on now to the subcommittee reports, and we start off with a marketing report from Matt Lilly, and I believe he's online.
Okay, good evening, everybody. So the other week, as was mentioned, we had Toyota up for a drive event. So the Toyota brought 7 vehicles up for us to drive around with, and 15 participants. So we ran it pretty much like a DA, using the DA team and members from Cruisacana to help facilitate it. You can see there from the front picture some of the vehicles we had. There was a couple of Hiluxes with the 48-volt one, and you can see the blue Raptor in the front left-hand corner. You can see a Lexus in the far right-hand front corner, and there's a Land Rover, white Land Rover in the back there, and a 300 in front of the Hilton. What you can't see is the Prado. Now, they brought their new Prado up, and we had to have a NDA, so we're allowed to talk about it, but we're not allowed to actually show pictures of it, which is a little bit weird considering they're all over the internet if you know where to look. Okay, so what was conducted on the property? So we conducted a theory session in the MPB. So what we gave was a condensed version that was sort of contextualized for Toyota, on how to utilize different techniques like driving through the brakes and just the things they needed to know to make them safe on the tracks. We got through that. Toyota brought up a barbecue. We had a barbecue lunch, and then we took them out on whoopsie-doos, and we took them through how to drive through the brakes. And also then we took them through all the different vehicles, technologies that are available for downhill assist and all that sort of stuff. So they got to feel the manual way of doing it and using the technology. We took them out to a winching exercise. So if you have a look at that photo on the left there, you'll see the 300 series. Now the 300 series they brought up had all the fruit on it. It's got the bull bar, the winch, draw system, fridge, roof racks, etc. So we did that as a problem-solving exercise about how you'd recover that vehicle in that situation safely. We took them over to the Birch Hut, and they were very impressed with it, and they got a team photo in front of it. So I thought I'd throw that in the presentation for you. Straight after that, we went and did some more driving, and they liked the hut so much, they asked if we could go back and get a photo of the new Prado. So being true to my NDA, there's not a picture of the Prado there. It's been deleted out, but I thought you'd get a chuckle out of that one. Once the release of the Prado happens in Australia, we'll be able to use the photos that we took for our own purposes. So just for now, to satisfy the NDA, we had to delete it out a bit. So on the second day, we started off with a bit of driving in the morning, and then we took them for the activity most of you will recognise from the advanced DA course, where we rolled the Land Rover over on its roof and we get them to ride it. So the way we ran that activity was we did it as a team building exercise with that group. So they went through the possible scenarios, how they would recover it safely, and that followed on from some of the theory they had on the first day about recovery techniques. So they really enjoyed that whole activity up the top there. What we were able to do, and thank you very much to Tony Swindon, we got permission off Cruisacana. You'll just see the 79 series. This is the 4-cylinder 79 series. For those 70 series devotees, you'll be happy to know that the agricultural rattles and that remain in the vehicle, even if the engine is half the size. So I put this video in because it has a decent time on the balance beam. And for those thinking of going to Cruisacana, that's one of the events. Well done, 2.47. So a decent time, considering most of them haven't driven
That's it,
four-wheel
keep going
drives
straight.
before.
Keep
And
going
as you
straight.
can
Yep.
see on that,
Did well, mate. Did well. All right, you're off.
as I stop talking over myself. And then we also did the timber challenge. So again, Tony Swindon was able to devise a very basic scoring system for it. We didn't use the polls or anything like that. And they enjoyed that as well. Okay, so just wrapping up. So what we achieved and running this event is, first of all, for the club, the DA team gained exposure to the new vehicles and the different four-wheel drive systems that are available in those vehicles, because they are evolving. Toyota has been challenging themselves with their vehicles by asking questions about how far we as four-wheel drivers use their products and experiencing it themselves. Our club strengthened its relationship with key people from Toyota, and our club received a $10,000 financial windfall at the end of the event there. So for 2 days' work, that's pretty good going. And I'd like to put out a special thank you to Barbara and Tony Bryant, Gabby Azam, Graham Innes, Michael Martin, Shane Hornby, Adam King, and Tony Swindon for all coming up and getting involved in the event. And yeah, really putting in a good effort and really showing the club in its best light. They all did a fantastic job representing the club, and the feedback from Toyota has been overwhelmingly positive. Toyota is potentially keen on entering Cruisacana, depending on their schedule, and also attending the gathering next year. So there's a couple of other upsides out of that event. And lastly, I'd just like to thank all the members who have supported the event, whether it's the volunteers at the maintenance and construction weekends, or by showing your support for these activities at last year's April meeting, when we took a straw poll about using the facility. So thank you very much for that. And one more thing for marketing, in the last magazine, if you have a look, Rebecca has done a fantastic report on the event held at Terrain Tamer last month. So have a look at that report. Very well done. Thank you, Rebecca, for that.
Thanks, Matt, for that report, and very good to see that it was so successful. Next we haven't got Brian Stewart here tonight to do the ARC management report because he's on family sort of matters, but we've recruited a much better person in Brenda Daniels to give the report.
Good evening, everybody. Well, what a weekend did we have up at maintenance last month? We ate a lot, we worked hard, we drank a lot, we played a lot, and we danced the night away. That briefly was maintenance. There were 49 members up there, of which 8 were new members that we welcomed. We did all our monthly chores, the usual of gathering, cleaning gutters, gathering wood, pumping the water, checking the gas and fuel, etc., etc. Then there are the ongoing projects, and a big help from all the members that were up there. Massive planting, revegetation of where we're trying to organize and get rid of the Bergen. Planting, mulching, watering. As a new member said to me, I've never ever dug a hole to plant a plant with a crowbar and a pick. Welcome to Yark. Another ongoing project is the toilet at the Birch Hut. 2 carpenters, 2 plumbers, and a few hands to tidy up, clean the hut, replanted and tidied the new toilet, which will be soon operating after this weekend, says Peter. And then a big thank you. We had our dinner cooked for us by Gabby, Grace, and their helpers. Entertainment planned for us by, thank you, Liz and John. And then we danced and drank, and that was Yark maintenance. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Brenda. Now we move on to the driver training report. We've got, I think, Shane Hornby via Zoom.
G'day everyone, hope you can hear me. Veronica's lucky enough to be somewhere much warmer than we all are at the moment, so she's just asked me to cover a few things tonight. Our April DA was very successful. We had a good collection of vehicles, manuals and autos, and a really well-maintained 60 series. It was great to see up there. Congratulations to the maintenance and construction team because the property was perfect. The tracks are great. We had some really good weather for the weekend, so all of our new members got lots of drive time. Our May DA is fully booked, which is coming up at the end of this month. We've got at least 12 members, I think, in for that. June DA is actually open at the moment. So if anyone's interested in jumping on board, just jump onto the website and book. Just make sure that your car's set up and ready. If you have any questions, you can get in touch through driver awareness, just shoot an email. The advanced DA we're having in July, so anyone's welcome to attend that. There's a prerequisite that you must have a winch. You need to be a full member for about 2 years, and we'll have a really good weekend there. As Matt showcased before, there's some. It's a lot more involved in winching and recoveries and things like that. So it's a really valuable weekend. It's only limited to 8 participants. So please jump on and register. If you have any questions, again, just shoot an email to driver awareness. As Matt mentioned before, we had the Toyota guys down just after our last DA, which was really good. Positive feedback from them. We did have to sign that non-disclosure on the new Prado, but funnily enough, the photo of the new Prado's in our current magazine. So if you want to have a look at it, jump on there and have a bit of a gander. There's just one other thing to mention is that we've had a couple of our previous trainers come on board to join the group again, which is Simon Musty and Dave McAllister. So we're, very happy to have their experience back onto the team. Other than that, I don't really have anything to add. So if there's no questions, that's me.
We've got a question.
Just the question was, you put a new gun turret, looks like, in your backyard there, have you?
A new something in the backyard?
New gun turret in the backyard, by the look of it.
Yeah, that's I stayed at a place in Silverton, which is a camel farm, and they rebuilt the Mad Max 2 bunker there. So it was a great opportunity to, take a happy snap of the cruiser. But yeah, it's a pretty fun little spot.
Okay, thank you. But, we've now got a report. We've got a video now, which is on a Murray Sunset trip. Where the trip leader was Rob Duff, and it was edited by Steve McAdam.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Thank you. Morning, Alison.
Good morning. Oh,
Good morning.
Who haven't I got? Greg.
Morning.
Do that.
Okay, now we need a volunteer for Trailing Charlie today. So anyway, what do you reckon? We all head off?
Yep, done.
Cool. Awesome. Let's go.
Never know what's around the next corner.
We're on the Old Mail Road in the Murray Sunset National Park. We've just gone past the Ned's Corner Homestead, past Lake Walla Walla, which has got a heap of water in it, and we're heading over to McCabe's Corner.
Just keep eyes on me, and everyone keeps eyes on the car in front, so everyone's responsible for the person behind them.
Yep, there's a plaque. We're here. You made it. that's McCabe's Corner done. So that's a bucket list. I've always wanted to go to McCabe's Corner, and I've finally got there.
Duffy, once you found the spot up there, how long did it take you to walk back? Quicker on the way back. It's probably half an hour, maybe. A little third version there. Just stop at that intersection, guys. We're coming back to turn left here. Or I turn left, you guys go straight in. There's the track. Come back about 20 metres. Back a little bit. Let's call me U-turn now. I can just call Mr. Backpack. Charlie's made the left-hand turn, Mr. Backpack.
Farmland on the right. Murray Sunset National Park on the left. Dust. Lots of dust.
Out of the bush then? There's a wizard there. Oh, mate, don't you want to run over this one? Did not run over the lizard. He got under my tyre. Okay, a suicide lizard. Straight up and over or we can go around. It's up to you guys. Bump at the top. Land Cruiser climbs the hill, seeking further and further in its adventures. Charlie's up over the jump. The stampede of emus going across the track. Look, Jukes. We're going to have to do a U-turn, sorry guys. You guys got space to turn around? Oh, we'll just stop here and have a look.
Hey, Greg.
Okay, today's pretty easy. Probably more easy as the days. We're going over to Rocket Lake. And then we're heading to
Crozier.
So we're heading east. We're on Phoenix Track. Did anyone count how many U-turns yesterday?
4. God, who's keeping count? Greg! If you want to pitch your shots, this is probably where it is. Up on the top of the hill up here. Wow, look at that.
Okay guys, well we're starting our third leg of the trip. John's taking over for the Taylor and Charlie. We're going to go and see the Pink Lake.
Well done, Charlie. And envelopes are now yours. Part of the trip so far.
Oh, the sand, I reckon, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of sand driving.
It's getting away from home, getting away from work and being out in good nature.
Love my truck. Love it. Sometimes more than Greg.
And your response to that is?
No comment.
And that's enough. Thank you very much. Done.
Ta-da!
Okay, we're all rolling. So we're going to come up this intersection, we're turning left and we're heading down to the Pink Lake.
Back on the road again. Back in the dust again. Dust. Again, mission number 1. Stay out of the dust of the vehicle in front of you.
Here we go, Pink Lakes, guys. Not as pink as I expected it to be.
This is Pink Lake Assault. You can hear the crunching under my feet. Very salty.
It's pretty special, isn't it? Yeah.
Land Cruiser takes a slight detour and stops to investigate the environment. We're going to do a U-turn here, slowly guys. Shock horror? No, this is on number 6. We caught many things, diversion, U-turns.
And number 6 doesn't include the 2 walking out to McCabe Corner.
He enjoyed what he travelled so far that he went back and did it all again. We're going to see Lake Becking, which is the other lake.
Lake Becking's this one. Short walk up the hill.
Look, I love all the driving and all the sightseeing, but those campfires at night, that's it for me.
On the left over here is a big block of salt, so if you need some salt, grab some.
I've got enough flies.
Alright guys, you can kiss the bitumen goodbye. stop there and do a Yui, guys. Number 7.
Now to Underbull for a quick top up of fuel for some of the participants, and then on to Gunner Road and down to Whipperfield.
As a cruiser comes to a stop, slowly looks and surveys the horizons of a new park that he's going to enter to look forward to it, maybe a much more lucrative hunt. I love David Attenborough.
Okay, let's go.
Off he goes into the distance, searching.
There's Andrew. His appointments will get.
Did you do it again?
Number 8. The Pride feel quite chuffed that their leader, Larry Land Cruiser, has made them and taken them to places they had never expected to go. And all get together and have a little chat about the day's troubles and expectations that they met.
Yeah, John's determined. Yeah, he's having a go. It's the same problem you've got. He's just bogging down.
Okay guys, this is our last day. We're heading to Wonga Park.
He's got his pack following him. They're on the trail. He's found a scent and he's after it. Coyote creeps through the bush. Eagle soars above it.
Yeah! Driving on soft sand, she's all over the place.
I found a spot under the trees where it's cool from the midday sun.
It's under the car.
And he waits for his pack to join him.
Yes. Officially the trip has ended, so I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. And I think we've had our handover of envelopes, so that's all cool.
Anyway, thank you. It's been a terrific trip, and I'm very excited you organised it, and it was a great fun trip.
Our Land Cruiser always gets us home. And if one fails, the other will make sure you get home. We are brothers in arms and sisters.
Okay, we've managed to find Viv somewhere in the outback, and we're going to bring her in for a trip report. Take it away, Viv.
We've got 3 trips still with vacancies. Again, Graham and Veronica. John Price one is coming up on the 27th of May. He's got some vacancies if anyone's just feeling like a quickie trip. And Brian and Rita Medanchik have got a day trip heading out on the 1st of June. I'm just scrolling through my notes because Sharon was going to do it for me, but she didn't make it. We've also got some vacancies still coming up on our trip leader course, which is starting on the 27th and the 29th of May. So far, we've got 14 registrations, which is fantastic. And the course runs over 2 nights, 7 till 9, and you must, thank you, Barry, and you must attend both sessions. You will need to have been on a club trip to apply. More trips are still needed, so if there's any trip leaders out there wanting to do a day trip or a weekend trip for our members, that'd be fantastic. And hopefully I'll be set up properly for the next meeting in June, and we'll be somewhere up around Geraldton or Kelbarry or somewhere. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Viv. Well, glad we were able tray shoe. So now we're moving right along, and we've now got a webmaster report by Laurie Miles.
G'day. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm not there tonight. Got some family issues which we need to sort out at home. So I've got a great team, or we've got a great team, and they're helping and getting things done tonight. I'd like to thank at the start David McAllister, who's hosting the meeting from home. He lived down in Moe, and I believe he's coming in on Starlink. So all the Zoom stuff is coming to you via Starlink through Moe, and it's working really well. I also want to give a big thanks to Mike Burke. Mike has just done an exceptional job this month. He went down to Matthew Flynn's last week for what started out to be an hour, and I think he was there for 4 hours with David Pearce. They both put in a lot of hours, did a lot of testing, and we certainly found out a few things that do work well and things that do not work well at Matthew Flinders. I do believe Rob Reverse, I think he's in the room doing the audio tonight as well, so that's great. And of course, I'm at home doing a bit of ringing around. I was the one who actually rang Viv and said, "Can you please come in?" She was on holidays in WA, so we saw the inside of her caravan, which was interesting, and she was wearing some pretty light clothing, so it must be pretty warm over there in Perth. But I want to thank the team. We're always looking for more people to assist. Everyone likes to have time off. As most of you know, I've got some family issues which I'm having to sort out through, and we always need people to help out. It's not difficult. We just need to work with the team and make things happen. One big negative for this meeting was the internet speed at Matthew Flinders. It is, well, not good. I spoke to Mike and I said to Mike, take my 5G Wi-Fi modem with you, let's just see whether it works. And he's just sent me the stats, and he said that the Matthew Flinders internet, which is their supposedly top range one, is only giving 3 megabits per second, which is pretty low. My 5G modem, he said, is giving 99 megabits per second download and 41 up. So that's why we're getting a good signal come through tonight. So thanks for organising that, Mike. And that's all I have tonight. I'll hopefully maybe back next month. I don't know. It depends how my mother-in-law goes.
Laurie, thank you. And thanks very much for that report.
Thanks.
Next, we move on to the education report with Craig Werner.
Good evening, everybody. Very pleased to be here and give you the education report for today. I've got 3 issues that I wanted to update you on. The first one was that we've just completed our very first education course for this calendar year, and that was our 4-wheel drive maintenance course up at Yark. Bill Black was the trainer and did a fantastic job. He has a wealth of knowledge, experience, stories, jokes. It was not only educational, but very, very entertaining. We had 10 people attend, and we all got a lot out of it and had a great weekend. So if you get an opportunity to attend one of Bill's courses, you better be quick, because last time we posted it was sold out in 8 hours of being posted. But we had a mixture of people, from brand new members to, long-standing ex-presidents attending. So the word had got out that Bill's courses were top-notch. So thanks very much, Bill, for putting that on. John Mills decided to come up and do some maintenance work, and he was sort of hovering around whenever I got stuck in something, because it was the first course that I'd run. So he was a big help for me. So thank you very much, John. The next course we've got is the first aid course. So that's in about 3.5 weeks. It's a full house. So we've got 20 people doing the full CPR, full first aid course. We've got 4 people doing the CPR component on the first morning. Everybody should have been enrolled now to the online learning component. So there's several hours of online learning you need to do before you come to Yark on that weekend. If you didn't receive an email from LiveCore, then please let me know. Several people have already, but you need to receive that email, register, set up an account, and then do the online learning, so that you can then complete the practical component and get your certificate on the
Weekend
weekend at Yark.
Wednesday, but just a visit, and then
Any questions on
Thursday, I've got a
anything
class
I've
just
said so
tomorrow.
far? Okay, thank you. I've got some slides now. So, as you know, Liz Mills stepped down at the end of last year, and so I took on the role, but I've got Nettie Kennedy that's helping me out very much. And so what we wanted to do was try and ask the members for feedback and ideas and what you would like to see in the future. So next slide. So the reason we did the survey was to check in with members about what we've been doing so far. All the courses that have been run over the last several years. Also, what potential new courses we may be able to put on for people. We also asked members if you had a skill that you were willing to share and become maybe a trainer, and also any other general feedback on the venue or how education has been run, and come up with ideas of how we can make it even better. Next slide, please. We had 107 people respond to the survey formally, so that was a really good. You may think that's not that much, 15% of the membership, but if you're used to doing surveys, that's actually a pretty good response rate. So thank you very much to those people that took the time to give us your feedback. And 22 of those people said, I have a skill that I'm willing to share with other members. So they're potential trainers that we may be able to bring on board over the next period. If you missed out, if you didn't see the link, or you've come up with ideas since the survey closed, it's not over. Please contact us via the email. We can organise a telephone conversation or an email exchange on what other ideas or things that you wanted to bring to the table. Next slide, please. At a glance, so just very quickly, we went through and could easily see that, you know, the existing courses that have been run so far are still relevant to our members. We had lots of feedback about knowing your vehicle better and dealing with hiccups on trips. People would like to see some of the courses run in locations other than Yark. They'd like to see opportunities for talking between members, maybe boots and bonnets, that sort of thing, to pick up, you know, skills and experience just from talking to other members directly. And we also recognise that people value what we've been doing and what Liz has started, you know, several years ago, and the previous education coordinators before her. So even though it's been going for a long time, people still, you know, value what they've been getting. Next slide, please. So this was the first question. It was basically a list of the vehicle maintenance education sessions that have been run in the past. And you can see there that, you know, roughly 60 people have indicated that they would like to do a four-wheel drive maintenance course or a bush mechanic. So that's about 50% of the people that answered said that they would like to do that. So I think there's a lot of pent-up demand for a lot of the courses, even the courses that have been run quite a lot in the past. I'll let you just read those, but, you know, there's lots of interest in doing vehicle maintenance education sessions. So I'll be looking at, you know, putting on more of those, not only this year, but also it'll help us very much in planning for next year and beyond. Next slide, please. The next session was on touring education. So you can see there that trip planning and preparation was certainly a popular choice that people are saying that they would like to do. And touring route selection, it's very difficult to read from this angle, I'm sorry, but you can read it, I'm sure, better than I can, but also lots of interest in touring preparation and touring education sort of topics there. So very helpful for us to have that prioritised so that we can't run every course every year. So it will help us, you know, run the courses that have the most demand and most interest for the members. Next slide, please. And the last one was about accredited education. So you can still see that even though we're running a first aid course in a few weeks' time, and there are 24 people doing that. We've still got 53 people out of that 100. So roughly 50% of the membership are saying that they would like to do a first aid course, chainsaw course. Also, lots of demand there for that. So next slide, please. So not only did we get feedback on the courses that have been run in the past, but what are some of the ideas about other courses that we could be running? Survival camping in extreme conditions, navigating if your GPS breaks down. You know, do people know how to use a map and a compass and to get from A to B or get home or wherever if your GPS breaks down? Preparing for remote extended trips, towing and off-road conditions. This is probably something that we would need to work with the DA team. I believe there have been a couple of members of the DA team that have had specific training in towing caravans, camper vans, trailers, that sort of thing off-road. One of the suggestions was maybe if there's a very popular course and we can't fit everybody into the multi-purpose building, we could run some of them in the Hilton. One of the suggestions was about 12-volt electricals like solar, lighting, antennas, batteries, wiring. There was a suggestion that we may like to run some specific car-specific courses like a Prado type course or a Prado get-together up at Yark that, you know, all the Prado owners could get together, swap their experiences, expertise, something that's maybe specific to Prados or the FJ Cruiser, for instance, as examples. There have been mapping courses on HEMA and Aussie Explorer run in the past, but the comment was made that some people don't have either of those two mapping courses. So maybe we could look at doing a more generic mapping course that other people that don't have those particular platforms could attend and get something out of. Somebody said that they've did their DA several years ago and have been on a number of trips, but they haven't come across anything very challenging. They haven't had many river crossings or sand dunes or that sort of thing. So they thought, geez, if I go on another trip and that comes up, I'm not very confident. So is there a way of giving people a refresher on some of those more tricky situations? Somebody suggested that rather than just do face-to-face training, maybe we could have some educational articles in the magazine. And we've got a whole range of people here today. I'm sure many of you have the skills and knowledge to be able to write an article that we could put in the magazine that would reach all the members, not just 10 or 20 that turn up to a course in Yark. And that were some of the topics that were suggested. Foraging and the use of bush tucker was another one. And yeah, running some courses in places, you know, closer to Melbourne. If there was a short course, people are saying that maybe it's not worth packing up and driving to Yark, getting your caravan out of, you know, storage. Maybe we could have a course at a place like this or somewhere that's more central for people in Melbourne. Next slide, please. So next steps, we'll use this feedback to, you know, contact the people who've indicated they have a skill that they would like to share and potentially become a trainer. We'll use this feedback to schedule courses. We've got slots at the moment in July, August and September this year. And then we want to start planning for next year so that not only we're under control, but you guys have got an opportunity to see what's coming up and can plan around that so that you don't feel disappointed that you planned a holiday that was flexible and you weren't able to attend a particular course that you would have liked to. So thank you very much, everyone who responded. We really appreciate your feedback. And if you have any other ideas that weren't raised during the survey, please, we're here and open to receiving your feedback and ideas. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Craig. And thanks for all the work you're putting in. You're putting in sort of a heap of work. Next, we've got Cruiser Kana report. Amanda couldn't come at the last minute. So we've got a very able replacement in Gareth who's coming up to give us a rundown.
Hi everyone. So First of all, we're running in conjunction with the Maintenance and Construction Weekend this weekend, a bit of a get to know you Cruisacana thing, because we haven't run it for 2 years, I think I've been told. 2 years, yep. So we've got our events lined in. So we basically want people that are thinking about becoming marshals, volunteers, to come up, have a look at the events and start getting people their heads around them, because we haven't used the competition area for some time. So to entice everyone that comes to maintenance and construction and to our little info in the afternoon, we are putting on dinner. So we had a really good turnout last month with Grace and Gabby and John and Liz cooking dinner for everyone. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a barbecue on at the Hilton. So everyone that comes to Yark Maintenance or wants to come up to see me and Amanda for Cruisacana dinner Saturday night, we're putting on a barbecue. What was the other thing she sent? And apart from that, so we're going to try and work with the maintenance and construction team to start working on some of the tracks to get them ready for Cruisacana early. So I do think that we're going to start working on the wet lap to get that ready and the cross country track this month, and then move in. We tried and played around with the tabletop, which you saw Toyota use. I spent 3 hours looking for a key that wasn't up there the last maintenance construction weekend. That was great fun. And we got it to work. And we also got our PA system working. So if everyone that can come up to Yark Maintenance and Construction and also to our little get to know you thing for Cruisacana, we look forward to seeing you up there. Thank you.
Thanks, Gareth. Now we've got our social report and we bring up Alison Williams, who's got a report from Grace's arm. And that'll be followed by a video on the Stockman's muster.
Thanks, Peter. Grace rang me today and she's very unwell and asked me if I'd read her report. On the 20th of April, we had a social night at Yark in combination with the maintenance weekend. This turned out to be a fantastic combination. A lot of people were encouraged to attend the social because of the maintenance weekend and vice versa. So we had a win-win situation. It was fantastic to see new members that ticked off 2 events over their list, attending the maintenance and participating in an event. First, I'd like to thank Liz for agreeing to run the event for me. And that's why you're not reading this out, Liz. So we're thanking you. So brainstorming together, we ended up coming up with the Stockman's muster. Our main focus was to have a fun night, easy enough meal preparations, and everyone let their hair down and have an awesome night. And that's exactly what happened. I'm so grateful to see everyone come together, have a great night, socialise and dance the night away, as this is what the club should be all about. I'm also thankful for John for putting together a great quiz about Australia and the high country. It was educational and many laughs and guesses and discussions were had. So thank you, John. I am thankful for all the kitchen helpers chopping and cooking and making my job so much easier. I'm grateful for everyone that helped set up the hut, packed and washed and cleaned afterwards. It was a team effort and would not have been as successful otherwise. I think the highlight of the night was the amazing performance of our maintenance crew. They put on a great, very spontaneous dancing show that everyone danced and laughed and enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you also to John and Liz for organising great prizes for our best dressed, best dancers, quiz winners, door prizes and much more. All in all, it was a fantastic, fun-filled, amazing night. Before I leave you to see some highlights of the night, Helen and I will be moving on from our roles in the social committee. We hope to pass the baton to another enthusiastic couple who will continue to bring members together in a social setting. Please participate in these events as much as you can. They are great social interactions for members. Thank you to all who supported us and participated in our social endeavours. Enjoy some highlights from our muster night.
show me this number. Number CC. Neil's number is. What's Neil's number? Brian's playing Spain again. He's coming his dog. I think that's a great thing.
Like we just been
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, we boots are gonna walk all alone.
You can tell the world, Ella was my girl. You can buy my clothes while I'm gone.
Like to thank Viv for doing all the editing and putting that video together too. So if you like, we'll have a short break for 10 minutes before we get back to it again.
Means.
Yeah, that's the one over there, isn't it?
Something down there.
It's salt or water? About 24 k's to well 50, 22 to 51, 98 to Villaluna, which is on the Tenamai, air up, 63 to Wolf Creek. Thank you. But I think we're all going into halls for birthday boys. Birthday tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes. You're in it.
Rang as well.
Good work, team. We're there.
We're there.
I'm sure Mike would love it. He would. Oh yeah, he'd rummage around for quite a while. Yes, you're right.
There's the old hospital and police station and all that there, and buildings and.
Is
there much difference between the old Halls Creek and new Halls Creek?
There's a lot of difference.
Must be bad. Okay, so 145 on the dirt, 17 on the bitumen, and 2 minutes to the hotel.
Perfect.
That's it.
Great research.
For today's briefing.
Perfect, thank you. Came through Billaluna yesterday, and that was the end of the wells for the CSR. Great experience, really worthwhile doing. We ended up at Wolf Creek Crater last night for our final camp on the CSR. On our way to Halls Creek now, we're on the Tanamite Road. We should be in Halls Creek within the next hour or so. All right, catch ya.
Next, we'll have a report for the national gathering, which will, I think we've got Michael Martin. I think Tony Bryant was coming up as well. He's not now. He's going to be the main show.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. No, I think he's gone mic shy somehow. So this week, courtesy of Tony, we're about to put out the invitations to each of the states. We've allocated numbers to them. We've told them the process for registering now that we're past expressions of interest. We've told them what our cancellation policy is. We've told them how they're going to pay us. And that pack will go out this week. We're at a point now where, and with that pack is a list of indicative trips. We've not locked the trips in, remembering we're going to be running trips every day of the 6 days of the gathering, as well as 2 trips a day to Yark, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So we're now about to start marrying trip leaders to trips, so there'll be some conversation going on about that. We're also at a point now where we're going to start firming up volunteers. We got some already for the showgrounds itself. James has got some people nailed in, but now that we're at the point of actually locking our interstate friends in, we'll start locking our own members in as well. We'll also do some memorabilia. There'll be a list out of shirts that we're going to get printed in various sizes and various colours. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen shirts, if you can put it in those terms. We're going to do a memorial. Nothing. We're going to do a sticker for the back window, which will have the banner on it. And we're going to ask each registration for their call sign. And that will be a way of identifying vehicles as they come in and out of the showgrounds, apart from anything else, but also help trip leaders with knowing who the hell they got behind them. So a word of advice, if you can't give us a call sign, boy, will we make one up for you. So watch out. So yeah, that'll go out with, that'll be part of the pack we'll give you when you arrive at the showgrounds, along with some other material. Matt Lilly spoke about the marketing, and he's also heading up work with companies like Toyota, ARB, Terrain Tamer, etc., as our focal point for those key sponsors. And we would expect at least those 3 or maybe more on the showgrounds itself at some point through the gathering, and certainly at our dinner. So we are well progressed, and we really are getting some traction now with the material going out to the interstate clubs. And we'll also be sending the same material, setting it up on the website for you guys to start locking yourselves in to be there. 50% payment will be at the end of September, Tony. I think I'm correct in saying that. And the balance by the 31st of December of this year. So we are making very good progress. If there are no questions, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Next, we've got special events. I believe Steve Smith's gone about a 4-week holiday, so we've got Bradley Meacham He's his assistant, and he's coming up to have a few words.
G'day all. We've got the National 4x4 show coming up on the 23rd to the 25th of August. Currently, we're going sort of okay for numbers for helpers. I think we need a couple maybe for Thursday help setting up. We need a couple for Friday because obviously it's a work day, so we need people to help out then. Saturday we're good, but Sunday afternoon we're looking for helpers. So if you're available to help out for the day, or I think it's from 1 till 5 in the afternoon, we're looking for people. Be more than welcome to put your name up on the Wild Apricot, and we'll put you onto the roster, and I'll email it out to the participants shortly. So if you're able, give us a hand. It's a great day. Have a bit of a break, have a look around, spend lots of money for your vehicles. You know what it's like. And try and get some new members for our great club.
Next, thanks, Brad, for that. Next, we've got four-wheel drive report from Eric Bishop.
Thank you, Peter. Four-wheel drive Victoria, let's get down to it. We just took the keys yesterday for the new property at Rowville, which we're going to spend $200,000 on fitting out as a club-orientated place with four-wheel drive's head office in the front of the building. I was involved with a couple of meetings with the VAC mob over this Central Highlands fiasco that's going on at the moment. I can't tell you what's going on because I don't believe a word they tell me. I think the attempt is to shut down some of the high country and so forth, but we're actually meeting one of the minister's advisors tomorrow to talk about that some more. What else is there? Just been to Nauru for 2 weeks, just came back last night. What a trip that was, but we'll talk about that another day. Saw a lot of Land Rovers in the rubbish and in the jungle. They're all dead land. Every Land Rover, every four-wheel drive we found was a dead Land Rover or a dead Discovery. There were no Toyota Land Cruisers anywhere that were buggered. So that tells you something, doesn't it? And there's an island where everyone lives on the beach, poor things, and everything is covered in salt and so forth. So they stood the test. One of them was rusted to buggery, but was still driving.
Now we just about come to the end of the meeting. I'd like to thank especially our IT crew tonight in Rob, Mike and David. So well done, boys. And that's right, we've got David down in Moe. That's correct. So good effort, not too much went wrong tonight. Hope you enjoy the night. We're finishing reasonably early, so you've got plenty of time for a coffee or a drink. So thanks once again for coming.